my name is Rebecca Painter. Welcome back to America at its Best. I'm still here at annual meeting, and I just found one of our young professionals here at annual meeting, part of our Generation Liberty Fellows. I'm here with Miss Leah Nalepa. Leah, first, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, what is Generation Liberty Fellows?
Generation Liberty Fellows has been an awesome program hosted by SPN, where we've gone through some awesome programming, some great networking. So we've learned how to public speak better, hone our meeting skills, and overall just network with people from the federal government to Liberty nonprofits and all over.
And Leah, how long have you been a part of Generation Liberty Fellows?
This is my first time. I've attended SPN a few times, but this is my first time participating in GLF.
Okay, and it is targeted towards young professionals. Where do you work?
Yes, so I work for Hillsdale College in DC, where I'm the manager of professional development.
Okay, and how do you feel like Generation Liberty Fellows will help you along your career path?
So it really overall, I think, is going to help me from the networking piece. The amount of people, I think there's over 45 or 50 individuals that I've been able to individually meet here and continue building relationships with them over the course of the time that I've been here through SPN.
And why do you care about this network, this whole movement, and everything that we're working towards?
Yeah. I ultimately want to save our freedoms in the United States, and so I think rallying the troops, especially the young people, is what I'm really passionate about. I work with boots on the ground at Hillsdale and DC, from our young students to our graduate students and alumni, so the more people I can network with and really support them in their efforts through Liberty, the more people I want to help.
And for you, how old are you? Do you mind if I ask?
I'm 27.
27,
yeah.
All right. A lot of our listeners are not 27. We hope one day they will be. But at 27 years old, where do you feel like right now are the biggest threats to freedom in our country?
Oh, geez. So to me, the biggest threats are young people not actually standing up. So through cancel culture, I think a lot of people tend to, are dissuaded by a lot of liberal media. And so I think cancel culture is one of the biggest threats to freedom. I think freedom of speech through cancel culture is a big threat. And quite frankly, I think a lot of the mandates that are coming through COVID is a huge threat to our freedoms as well.
What makes you feel optimistic about the future?
How excited and passionate young people are. When we all get together, even in our programming yesterday, it was very evident to see how many people were excited for Liberty. To me, it was honestly surprising how many people were here on a volunteer basis. So, they're working in tech sales as well as consulting, but they actively came here and took a week off of their jobs. And so it just made me think, how many people are there like you throughout the country that are fighting for our freedoms outside of their day-to-day job?
Thank you, Leah. Thank you for being here. I hope those of you who are listening also feel a little more optimistic. Young people do care, and they are out here fighting alongside us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just found Peter Lipset in the hallway. Peter is with Donors Trust. Many of you might have heard of Donors Trust. If not, Peter, what the heck is it?
Donors Trust is the community foundation for liberty. So we work with conservative and libertarian donors to help simplify their charitable giving and let them do it in a more tax advantage, but more importantly, a more principled way.
Okay, so you just came from a big meeting with a lot of young people. What does that have to do with Donors Trust? And tell me about this meeting.
Yeah, so we have a program called the Novus Society, which is our program for folks under 40 who care about philanthropy, care about giving in a strategic, smart way. And so we have a number of them here who may not have a ton to give, but they have a passion for giving. And so we got them all together for lunch, and along with a few board members and donors who are here as well to kind of serve as mentors to them, not in their role at their think tank, but then their role as a philanthropist, as somebody who's giving away money, because we want to build up that next generation of giver, and there's no reason to wait.
That is amazing. So these people are under 40, they're giving money away. What kind of issues are most on their minds right now?
It's all over the place, really. Obviously, a lot of them work in this space, in the public policy space, so they care about that. They care about changing the landscape through public policy. But a lot of them started giving at their church, or they started giving through some local charity that matters to them. And they want to compound that as well, because they want to be part of their neighborhood, part of their communities with their philanthropic dollars.
What do you think is the biggest difference between the young philanthropists and the older folks that you've been working with for so long?
so many of the millennial and Gen Z donors more often want to be engaged and a little more hands-on with their giving. They're not just giving $1 and walking away. They want to stay in touch with the organization, which I think is a big opportunity for all the groups here, because if they can talk to those young people, even if they're not giving a lot, they can cultivate them. They want that feedback loop, and that's going to allow them to be bigger donors down the road.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Peter. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all you're doing to help the next generation of philanthropists. That's wonderful news.
Thanks, Rebecca.
All right.